So Chris, if there was one takeaway that you want to make sure that people understand from your perspective after your panel today, what is the one detail you want people to make sure they understand?
The one thing I want people to understand is that we're in a moment where there's no opportunity for silence. Silence is siding with injustice. And if justice isn't part of our conversation around food, then we're not really having the right conversation, the right dialogue. So take that word away with you as you go out in your daily life and work towards justice.
Chef Jose Andres was here, and he was saying that we have to look at things like immigration reform, because the people who make our food, the people who grow our food, that is so much a part of our food system, our food environment, that we can't ignore the people, and we can't just look at the crops or the science or the infrastructure. So do you think that food policy actually stretches far beyond that of just the label itself, because it actually is so much about the people, and that people is a discussion of equity and pay and so many things?
Yeah, absolutely. Food policy has to reach back and look historically. History can't be absent in the conversation at all. Historical land loss amongst black farmers, poor white farmers being driven off their land and being encroached upon, indigenous communities who are being forced off their land and having their land polluted. Those are all a part of the policy conversation. If we're not correcting that at a structural level, we can't challenge the structural impediments and injuries that have happened to people in the food system.
What do you think? Do you think there's a misconception from others that they almost don't want to look at it because they see the meal on their plate and they don't want to have to think about how many things may have gone right or wrong in order to get it there?
Yeah, I think that we all have privilege in certain ways and allows us to look away. And sometimes it's hard to look at the whole picture when it challenges some of your perceptions about who you are and the society that we live in and why folks end up where they end up. Food is a part of that challenge, and is a great lens for us to be able to have hard conversations.
I like that idea of food as a lens, because, it is certainly a cultural perspective. It's one of the things that even different cultures have foods that are similar but different. They have their own perspectives on it. Mm-hmm. And so do you think that food can be one of these things that, even though there are so many things about it that take us apart, it can also be one of the things that can bring us together as a healing cultural aspect?
Yeah, food is a powerful tool. It can definitely bring us together. Food shapes the way we convene, whether it's the family dinner table or broader conversations. Food has always been a part of that. Food has shaped world history, and I think it has a powerful potential to shape our future as well. Food, everyone eats. Everyone has a cultural memory related to food. But it's all about using those cultural memories to tie us together closer rather than pull us apart.